Today's class we are going to discuss regarding the resins. So these resins, they are amorphous compounds which is contains the mixture of the essential oil and the oxygenated product of the terpenes. They are transparent or translucent, solid, semi-solid or liquid substances. So they have complex chemical nature and they contain large number of carbon atoms. So they are usually formed in the sesogenous gland or duct or as a end product of metabolism. So in simple, so they are having the amorphous, that is the mixture, they are amorphous solids or semi-solids or they may be liquid, and they contains the mixture of the essential oils and the oxygenated product of the terpene. Okay, so they are either transparent or translucent, they are solid or semi-solid, or they are liquid, and they contain the complex chemical nature. So means they contains a mixture of various chemical components and they contains large number of the carbon atom. Okay, so they are usually found in the sesogenous glands. So sesogenous means the secreting glands which are present in the plant. So they are present in that, or the ducts, so which are the oil ducts, they are present in the plants. So or as the end product of the metabolism. When coming to the classification, so again you are going to categorize the resins into various types. So depending upon the type of the chemical constituents, you are going to categorize into three types. So one is the acid resins. So the example is the colopheny, sandarac, okay, copaiba, myrrh and shellac. So just keep one or two examples. So like the myrrh and the colopheny. The ester resins, so means they contains the ester functional group. The example is the benzoin and the storax. Next is the resin alcohol, so means they contains the alcohol as their functional group. So example the Peru balsam or the Gurjan balsam or the Guaiacum resins. The next, depending upon the combination with other constituents, so they are associated or they are present along with the other chemical constituents like the gum resins. So it contains they are combined with the gums. Okay, so it contains the homogeneous combination of the gum and resin. So here the resins are combined with the gums. Okay, so they are always associated with the small quantities of the other substances like the bitters or the enzymes or the volatile oil. So it may contains of two or more glycosidyl acids in various proportion, and they contain traces amount of nitrogen. So example myrrh, or in simple words, so they contains the homogeneous combination of the gum and resin. So or they are always associated with the small quantities of the other components. So the example is the myrrh. Next is the oleo resins. So here it contains the homogeneous combination with the volatile oils or the oily liquids. So here the resins are combined with the volatile oils or the oily liquids, hence they are called as the oleo resins. The example is the ginger, capsicum, turpentine oil, etc. So next is the oleogum resin. So these resins, so they contains the homogeneous combination with the volatile oil and the gum. So hence they are oleogum resin. So example is your asafoetida or hing, or the balsam resin. So here they contains the acids associated with the resins, so like the benzoic acid or cinnamic acid. So hence they are known as the balsam resin. So example is your benzene. So next is the glycoresin. So they contains the resins associated with the sugars, or they combined with the sugar. So example is the jalap. So in coming to the properties of the resins, so they are amorphous and they are brittle in nature. So means once you are going to drop, they can be easily broken down. So they occur in translucent hard solid form. So means they are not fully transparent, so they are buff or somewhat they are translucent, and they are hard solids. So they get softened and they finally melted upon heating. So once you are going to heat, so they will become soft and they will become molted into liquid. So once you are going to burn, so they produce the smoky flame. So they are going to generate more smoke along with the flame. So they are bad conductors of electricity. So they are insoluble in water, so but they are soluble in the organic solvents like the alcohol, ether and the chloroform. So when coming to the chemical test, the general chemical test includes the solubility test. Okay, so as I already know, they are insoluble in water, but they are soluble in the organic solvents, so like the alcohol, chloroform, petroleum ether and all. So once you are going to dissolve in any of them, they are going to show the solubility, but if you are going to dissolve in water, they are insoluble in the water. So the ignition test, so they are going to produce the smoky flame. So once you are going to burn, so they are going to evaluate more odorous flame along with the fire. So when coming to the extraction part, so you can use various methods for the extraction of the resin. So in that, the first method is the extraction with the alcohol and precipitation with water. So hence they are soluble in alcohol, so they can be easily soluble in alcohol. So once they get dissolved in alcohol or they extracted in alcohol, you are going to add that alcoholic solution to the water. So they are insoluble in water, hence they are going to produce the precipitate in water, and you can easily separate out that by using the filtration technique. The example is the jalap, your phodophyllum, or that is the Ipomoea. So you can extract by using this technique. So by using the distillation, so for the separation of the oil, so that is the Copaiba or Colopheny. So you are going to use this technique. So this is the distillation technique by heating the plant part. So just once you are going to heat the plant part, the remaining things will be get burnt out. The only the oleoresins will be get remain, so that you can easily separate out. By this technique you can extract the guaiacum. Okay, so as plant extrudes by incision, so just you are going to make the incision on the plants or the bark, or you are going to make a cut on the bark of the plant. So they are going to come as extrudes or the watery secretions. They will become hard after some time. So by this technique you can extract the drugs like the myrrh, asafoetida and the balsams. Okay, so by collecting the fossil resins, so they are like the underground resins, so you can easily collect. So by this technique you can collect the resins of the copal and the kauri. So by processing the incrustations, so when coming to the incrustation, so like it is the deposition of anything on the that is the surface of anything. So like they are deposited on the rock or any of the stones or any of the part of the plant. Okay, so thus you are going to scrap it out. The example is the shellac. So you are going to use the encrustance or you are going to scrapping technique for the extraction of the shellac. So when coming to the drugs which contains resins, so in your syllabus, so they had mentioned the 5 drugs, so that is the asafoetida or the hing. So when coming to the biological source of the asafoetida or hing, so it is the oleoresins which is obtained from the plant, that is the Ferula foetida regal or Ferula foetida, so belong to the family Umbelliferae. So it contains, coming to the chemical constituent, so it contains the resin. Along with that it contains the organic disulfide resin, so contains the aracinol and it contains the free ferulic acid. When coming to the uses, the use of asafoetida, so it is having the anti-spasmodic property, so means it is used in the treatment of the stomach pain or to reduce the spasm. It is having laxative properties, which is going to cause the that is the evacuation of the bowel. So it is having the carminative property, which is going to cause the expel of the gases. The flavoring, it is used as the flavoring agent. So in the hysteria, it is used as animal repellent, so means to keep the animals away. So apart from that, it is used as the preservatives in the preparation of pickles. So it is used as a spice. It is having the digestant property and so on. So when coming to the so this asafoetida, it is also known as hing. Next is the benzoin, so this is also known as sambrani. So when coming to the biological source, so it is the oleogum resins of the styrax benzoin, or one more, that is the Sumatra benzoin or the Siam benzoin, but the main is the styrax benzoin, so belong to the family Styraceae. When coming to the active constituents or the chemical constituents, so it contains the free balsamic acids like the cinnamic acid and the benzoic acid. When coming to the uses, so it is used as antiseptic, disinfectant and the expectorant. So next is the myrrh. So when coming to the biological source, so it is the oleoresins of the Comifera mole. So belong to the family Bruaceaceae. So when coming to the active constituents, so it contains the terpene esters, cumin aldehyde resins, so it contains the alpha, beta and gamma comiforic acids. So when coming to the uses, so the myrrh is having antiseptic, disinfectant property. So it is also used in as mouthwashes. So it is used in the preparation of incense sticks and all. Okay, so next is the ginger. You are already familiar about the ginger. So when coming to the biological source, so it contains the dried rhizomes of Gingiber officinalis, so belong to the family Gingiberaceae. So when coming to the active constituents, so it contains the volatile oil, that is the gingiberine, gingiberol. Okay, so along from that it contains the gingerol, okay, and the lipids. So when coming to the uses, so it is used as stimulant, carminative, antispasmolytic. It is used in digestion, malaria, fever, common cold, cough, nausea, rheumatism, and so it is used as the flavoring agent. When coming to the chemical test, you can, so with the potassium hydroxide, so it is going to give you pungent smell. So apart from that, it contains a volatile oil, so you can go with the spot test, Sudan 3 dye test, and that is the tincture of Alcana test. Next, last drug is the colophony. So when coming to the biological source, so it is the solid residue which is left out after distillation of the volatile oil from the oleoresins, which is obtained from the species, that is the Pinus. Okay, so, or in simple word, it is the oleoresins obtained from the plant species, that is, or pine species, that is the Pinus palustris, and you can write the other also, but the main is the, you can write it is obtained from the various species of the Pinus. When coming to the family, so it belongs to the family Pinaceae. So when coming to the active, that is the active constituents, so mainly it contains the resin acids, that is the fatty acid esters. Okay, so apart from that, it contains the isomeric alpha, beta and gamma abiotic acid, and apart from that, it contains the mixture of dihydroabiotic and dehydroabiotic acids. So mainly it contains the resin acids, that is the alpha, beta and gamma abiotic acid, and the mixture of dihydroabiotic acid and the dehydroabiotic acids. Okay, so when coming to the chemical test, so with the acetic acid, so we are going to add a drop of concentrated HCl in a test tube. So it is going to produce the purple color, which is going to turn into violet. So just for the solution of resin, you are going to add the acetic acid and drop of sulfuric acid. So it is going to produce the purple color. Okay, so to the petroleum ether solution, you are going to add the colophony, and then you are going to add the twice the volume of copper acetate, and you are going to shake, okay, the layer of the petroleum ether. So it is going to turn into emerald green due to the formation of salts of abiotic acid. To the alcoholic solution of colophony, so sufficient water you are going to add, so it is going to produce the milky white precipitate. Okay, so with the alcohol solutions, so it turns to blue litmus to the red due to the presence of, that is the diterpene acid. So when coming to the uses, so this colophony, it is used as the stiffening agent in the ointment. So it is used as adhesive, it is used in plasters, it is having diuretic property, and it is used in veterinary medicine. So in commercially, it is used in the manufacture of varnishes, inks, soap, sealing wax, wood polishes, floor covering, paper, plastic, fireworks, tree wax, rosin oil. So apart from that, it is going to show the antimicrobial, anti-ulcer and cardiovascular activity. So apart from that, it is having antioxidant properties.